We're gonna make mashed potato flatbread. It's another brilliant recipe that takes the leftover mashed potatoes that I know you got a ton of from Thanksgiving and transforms them into something that we wanna eat that doesn't taste like Thanksgiving.
Life can be a struggle, but a good meal doesn't have to be. We can make creative, nutritious, and inventive dishes that won't break the bank. We'll eat well and save money, because that's what we do. Welcome to Struggle Meals.
We're gonna start off by feeding some yeast. So I've got some active dry right here. I'm gonna dump it into a bowl. We're gonna hit it with some warm water and we're gonna feed it a little bit of sugar. So we're gonna head into the packet drawer and grab some honey. All right, some honey going in. Mix this all together real nice. We're gonna add to our wet ingredients with some sour cream. We're gonna come in with some olive oil, some salt coming in. I've got my leftover mashed potatoes right here. And these are really great to make a bread with because potatoes have a lot of starch. So we're gonna have light and airy bread. Mashed potatoes are our secret ingredient in this dish and you'd never know they were there. Coming in with some all-purpose flour. All right, so I'm trying to combine my flour with my wet ingredients just into a craggly mess, and then I'll start kneading it. Got my dough, and I'm gonna really try to work it and create a giant, homogeneous, fantastic ball. So, got a really nice, smooth ball right here. So I'll oil a bowl. This is just to prevent any sticking. I'm gonna cover it. I like to use a plate. So I'm just gonna let this double in size. Piggy will keep an eye on it. Let's prepare our toppings while that dough starts rising. I love a leek. So you take a leek, you cut off the end. Whenever a recipe calls for the white part of a leek, they're really talking about the white part and the light green part. Now the rest of this, we can put in our stock bucket. We'll do the same to the other guy. If you cut your leek in half, you now have access to potentially deep corridors of dirt. So this is how we're gonna wash it. So into the open corridors here, we can chop them up. All right. Let's cook these leeks. I'm gonna come in with some oil here. Here we go, leeks in. Oh, that's the sound I like to hear. All right, we've got some bacon because bacon and leeks taste great together, but also the fat from this bacon will render out and cook the leeks, giving them even more flavor. All right, bacon going in. Just try to break it up a little bit, get that bacon underneath so it can make direct contact with the cast iron skillet. Let's hit this with a little salt and let's come in with some pepper. I'm loving the colors here. Let's get this out of the pan and let it cool. All right, let's get our dough. This has risen quite nicely. Let's throw a little flour down on our work surface here and let's get this out. All right, pretty good. You can see why we oiled the bowl earlier. Let's cut this into 4. We're gonna make 4 flatbreads. I'm gonna roll these out into sort of like oblong shapes, not too big. We just need them to fit in the pan. So I've got my cast iron pan and I'm gonna put a tablespoon of butter in. I've got a hot pan. I'm transferring the dough into the pan and I'm not gonna touch it while it cooks. We're gonna let this go for about 2 minutes till it's golden on the bottom and puffy on top. So you can see the bubbles are forming on here. So I'm gonna come in with a spatula. Ooh, that's looking fantastic. And I'm gonna flip it right over. Perfection. So now we're just letting it cook through. Da-da-da. Smells fantastic. It's absolutely beautiful. Let's cook another one. Woo-wee! Sure doesn't look like mashed potatoes to me. It's time for some toppings. I don't think I want to overdress it. I think I want to be light. It's really all about the bread. Coming in with this right here. Very nice. This is some cheddar cheese that I grated earlier. Let's throw that on. These are looking really good, but I can top them off with some fresh herbs. I buy my herbs in plant form and they grow. And every time I cut them, they grow back. It's free flavor. Coming in for some fresh chives. They're growing and they're gonna give us a nice zing. Try to get that nice, sharp, raw, oniony taste on top. All we have to do now is put this under the broiler to melt the cheese and make it nice and bubbly. These are looking so awesome. Look at how the cheese is melted. They smell fantastic. Can't wait to eat them. What a transformation from mashed potatoes into this. It's only $2.81 a serving. Let's dig in. Got a nice piece here. Look at this. It is soft, it is pliable, it is fluffy, it smells great. Delicious. The mashed potatoes are the secret ingredient in this recipe, and you'd never know they were there. But by having them there, we reach a whole new level of light, fluffy, flatbread fantasticnism. So if you've got a ton of leftover mashed potatoes, this is the perfect way to use them up.